I had this joke about a Republican avocado.
Hold on, what?
You heard what I said.
Do you remember the time that we went to a coffee shop? We're pretty sure that the baristas thought we were a gay couple.
I have too many gay coffee experiences with Joel. I want to be famous. It makes me so mad.
You weren't expecting that.
I'm sorry, that's how I feel. You ready? Let's get it. Absolutely not. Oh boy. You want to do the intro this time? Hey,
I'll do it next time. Hold on, let's start over.
No, don't start. We're in it now. This is. Hey, leave this in. This is fine. Hey, folks, welcome back to another episode. We're in the second episode of the That's How You Feel podcast. I am your host, Caleb,
and I'm Levi.
Is Levi, and we are your hosts.
that was awful.
Episode 2, second week. We're back, man. How do you feel so far?
I'm excited. I'm enjoying this.
I think the first episode was very good. It felt very awkward going into it. I felt like the whole time I felt like I was doing an interview with a microphone, and I was like, "Why is Levi here?" That's
well, and we talked about us. We were both super nervous, but I felt like once we started going, like at least for us, like it became very.
Hey, turn your audio thing off. Like your app is like dictating everything right now. It's really weird. Anyway, turn that off. Do that? I don't know. Just click an X or something. Anyway, before we continue on with the show, like this video, comment the video, please share it, please subscribe, follow us on all the social media accounts.
You can find us on Instagram,
whatever,
TikTok, Facebook, YouTube,
WhatsApp, Reddit. We're gonna be on all of them. I don't really know how to do Reddit.
You want our Venmo?
Please. Oh yeah, Venmo me. I need some new shoes.
Boy, you do not need no new shoes.
Dude, I found some new shoes. I need some new shoes.
Your shoes yesterday were dope.
Thank you. So, dude, it's still going. No, you're just deleting stuff now.
Yeah, no. Anyway. So I want to pick up because we didn't get to go into it last week, but I want to pick up on side hustles because I feel like you've got a lot of really cool stuff. Like I said, you're really talented, and you have a lot of things that you pursue. That you have these side hustles. So share a little bit about like what you do outside of what do you do for work, and then what's your side hustles?
You know what about that? I'm so glad you asked me what I do for work because I got a rant about that. God, I got so many things in my mind I want to talk about. First of all, I'm not gonna tell you what I do for work because nobody cares, and I'm not gonna ask you what you do for work because like I know what you do, and I don't mean to be mean, but nobody cares what you do. No, here's the thing. The people that you do your job for, they care what you do. They care a great deal. But I think this is just how I feel. I think that friends, me personally, let me just say this.
People don't understand it.
Let me just say this. If you can't help me with your job, like if your job does not benefit me,
I can help you.
Not right now.
At a certain point in your life.
Here's what I'm saying. Like if you, like anybody's job, like if you say I work at Best Buy, can you get me a discount? Nah. I don't care where you work then. Like, oh, I work in marketing. Can you get me a hookup on some product? No.
Then I can get you some like really good pens.
I don't want your dumb pens.
Listen, I'll tell the world. I work in hospice as a community education liaison. I've been in hospice 13 years.
Nobody knows what that. Stop, man. No one cares what you do.
You may not, but they do.
I'm not going to say what I do because I don't care. Like, not to say that. What I'm saying is what I've liked asking people more is what are you passionate about? Like, because like that might wind up being your career, that you're a passion, like your hospice job. That might wind up being
passionate about hospice.
Right. So, but I feel this way just because of like for selfish reasons. Like, don't say you work at Chick-fil-A and you can't hook me up with nuggets. Like,
so you just want to. I mean, I could probably get you a free discount.
I just want the hookup. Like, don't tell me you work like Guitar Center. Don't tell me you work there if you can't give me a discount. I mean, I don't want to know.
I got pens. I got lanyards. I got notepads. We do have the best pens. I will say.
I guess I'm alone. I might be alone on this one. I don't want to know. I think
you're alone. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think why it's important to say what we do. It gives them a little view of kind of like, we don't have to say what we do. You're a consultant.
Don't say the company. Anyway, so I'm a consultant.
I didn't say my company. Anyways, right, side hustles. We're going to move past this. We found out how you felt on that.
You know what? I wouldn't even call it a side hustle. Here's the thing. It's like, is it a side hustle? Because the things that are my side hustles are, I would say, the things that I'm most passionate about. Like the things that, like, these side hustles take up most of my brain space. Like take up like I spend 8 to 9 hours a day making the CEO of the company that I work for. I make their dreams come true.
But it's not your main source of income.
Sure, these are sides. Okay, whatever. Okay,
side hustles.
The first one, shut up. The first one is, I'm going to say I'm a wedding singer.
Yep.
I do that on the side. Shout out Patrick Lentz Entertainment. Book him for all your wedding needs. I do that. I'm a side hustle. I'm a side hustle. I'm an idiot. I sing for him. I'm a DJ, wedding and corporate events DJ.
DJ Level Up. You got to tell him your DJ name.
Yeah.
Book DJ Level Up. You need any events?
I'm working on being comfortable with that too.
Gosh, DJ Level Up.
Anyway, number 3. What else do I do?
Security.
I'm not a security guard. Oh, I do kind of do like that's like low key though. Like I did like I think 2 gigs of that. Anyway,
officiant.
I am a wedding officiant. I'm an ordained wedding.
Every week you come up with a new side hustle.
Dude, oh man. Okay, so the wedding officiant, so singer, DJ, wedding officiant, the security thing. I'm a drummer.
You're a great drummer.
I'm a drummer. Gosh, what was there's like honestly there's like 2 more that I can't think of.
Comedian.
I'm a stand-up comedian.
I think that's what you're most passionate about right now.
Right now, yeah, and now I'm a podcaster. And then I think what's on the radar next is modeling.
Model. You want to be a model?
Who doesn't want to be a model? Would you not want to be like on the cover of like a magazine, like modeling, like, or would you not want to be like, would you not want to see your face like on an H&M billboard? Anyway, I would love to get into modeling, voice acting, and acting. Like I just, I want to be famous.
And one of these avenues will get you there,
bro. One of them's got to get me there. And it's just, but I enjoy it all. I do a lot. I got a lot of friends that say, how do you make time for your wife, your child? I don't know. I just I'm not doing them all at the same time. And honestly though, with each one, I get permission. Like I'm like, hey, do you mind if I take this gig? Hey, do you mind if I do this? Like, even here tonight, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I go and actually try to work on my dreams for a second?
That's like a little guilt trip. And they're like, hey, can I go work on my dreams now?
So I started doing comedy, which is kind of, okay, so what month are we in? February? I started doing comedy March of last year, or March of this year, March of last year.
Last year. And you would never tell anybody where you were performing.
Still don't. And we were right in the middle of like the IVF thing and trying to get pregnant and going through all of that and like going to treatments and all this stuff. And that's when I decide I want to start doing comedy. Cause again, we're bored. We don't have any kids at the house. We're bored. And, we finally get pregnant or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I'm still going to go do this, this open mic night. And my wife, Emily said, she's like, you picked a real awkward time to like start a career or start a new hobby thing. And I was like, I'm gonna get out of here.
Does your wife think you're funny?
No.
Does she ever laugh at? Do you ever tell your jokes to her?
Oh, okay. I want to say all the time, but no. Okay. Does she think I'm funny? She thinks when I am not trying to like be funny, if I'm trying to be fun or just like have a good time with her, she enjoys that. But if I'm like trying to actually like be funny, bro, she's such a hard laugh. She never laughs. Like
just a
like, and so I run jokes by her all the time. Like literally the last time I did it was like last week. And she was like, is that what you're going to talk about tonight? I'm like, thanks for your support. Appreciate you. You're the best. Like I had this joke about a Republican avocado
Hold on, what?
You heard what I said.
A Republican
avocado. I told her this. And I wrote this joke. It's gold. And I wrote it down, set it up. I told her the whole joke. And she said, "That's what you're going to go out with tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, I think it's pretty good." And she said, "Whew."
Did you tell the joke that night?
Heck yeah.
And did
it crashed and burned? It was not good. I had to rewrite it.
Oh, no, it didn't work. You should have listened to your wife.
Nah, man, because it's there. The funny is in that joke somewhere. But like, no. So I told it one night, nothing. I told it another night, it crushed. It did so well. So it
depends on the crowd.
It definitely depends on the crowd. Comedy really is like subjective, which is kind of another reason like why I was like fearful, but okay with starting a podcast. Because like if you go on podcasts, like there's a million of them. There's like, and a lot of people might be like, why even bother? Why do one? And somebody told me something about the bread aisle. Go to the bread aisle in any store. There's 80,000 different brands. There's 20,000 different like kinds within that brand. There's like 60 different variations of bread. But people like their own bread. Like you might That's like true. Whole wheat. I might like brioche, Texas toast, whatever.
Sourdough's where it's at. That's not normally what I get, but I'm just saying sourdough bread.
Sourdough is a good bread, but everybody likes their own brand of bread. And so what you like might not be what I like. And so literally keeping that mindset and forcing myself to think about that was kind of the reason why I was like, you know what, I am gonna start a podcast. I am gonna do it. Just because, will it be everybody's slice of bread? No.
I like how you said slice of bread instead of cup of tea.
Yo.
I see what you did there.
I did. Okay, that's enough about. I think I got all.
It was that. Cool. No, but it was cool. I did get to see you perform a couple weeks ago, and you know what? You got some jokes, and you were really comfortable up on the stage, which was really cool to see. I mean, you had 3 minutes.
That's such a weird comment to people to say to comedians. You look really comfortable up there, because they don't ever say you're really funny. They go, you look really comfortable up there. They don't.
Here's like, the thing: why I say that to you though. Is because you literally for a year would not tell me where you were performing at. And I finally had to like say, I even asked you that day and I was like, hey, will you be at this place tonight? And you were like, I don't know.
That's because it's like, this is so dumb. Like this podcast, it's very personal. It's like, it's my expression. It's my personality being put on display, and your like or your laugh, your subscribe is like the immediate acceptance or validation of who I am. You're gonna be so there's like, I'm nervous about
for your friends,
liked.
Your closer friends and family. Like you would be more nervous. You want their validation the most, probably.
You said family?
Like family or friends?
I think friends more. Right now, my friends' validation is a little bit more important than my family right now.
So I don't really feel like I have any more side hustles. I used to also sing in the wedding band with you, Pat Lentz, and I enjoyed that. But once I had kids, and then especially once the second kid came, I could not leave my wife with the kids at home anymore. But I had
you judging me because I do?
No. I did it when I had one kid because it was easier. But when that second kid came, man, rocked the world. Do you ever feel like when you say you sing in a wedding band, people are like Adam Sandler?
That's immediately what they think.
They do, yeah. But it's totally not that.
I'm okay. I'm okay with like, I tell them like, oh, it's like the wedding singer only. We're
Doper.
Good. Like we're good. Like it's like the wedding singer only, except we're talented. Like, and that's no shade to the wedding singer. Funny fact: never saw the movie.
Oh, you should watch. I mean, it's a good movie. It's a classic.
I've seen bits and clips of it. I'm like, I'm good.
Well, okay. So I also I sing on my worship team at church. That's where I kind of feel my singing. But another one of my I wouldn't call it a side hustle, just something me and my wife do together is we make music.
Hey.
My wife is super talented. She got a degree in music technology, and so she records everything. And so we're working on an album right now. Right before we got married, she released an album for her like senior project.
I still have that album.
I do too. It's a pretty good album.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
I've never listened to it.
Bro, you told me which song was like your favorite.
Dude, I looked at the back. It's got the track list on it, and I was like, I just
picked the one Here Now or something.
I
don't remember. Anyways,
I you know what? I'm gonna go home and as soon as I go home, I'm gonna look for that album because I know exactly where it is. It's in a shoebox, but I'm gonna go. I don't have CD.
Julia, your album.
First of all, it doesn't matter where it's at.
You can find it on Apple Music.
The physical album is in a shoebox in my basement. I know exactly.
Listen,
where it is.
We have like 50 more copies of the CDs in that back storage room.
I kid you not. I think it's probably still in the plastic wrap.
I'll send you the. Anyways, so.
But I bought one. I bought the album because she had a release party and she was selling them. I bought one. I supported. Yeah, I was there. It was.
We should have charged more. I could have made it.
It was at a coffee shop. It was at a coffee shop in Lee Summit.
That's
I was there.
It was.
And I bought the. I support. Yeah. Did I listen
to it?
It
was really cool.
But like.
Yeah.
First of all, your wife has put out some dope projects that I still bump to this day.
You still put Trust out there all the time.
Bro, that's it's a banger.
Yeah, it's a cover of it.
Hey, find Julia on SoundCloud. I don't know her actual like musician name, but Julia, just search, go to SoundCloud.
It can be confusing because like that album was under her maiden name.
J. Renee?
No, but we now like our like musician name is Levi plus Julia. I know, very, very original. We've only released one song so far with Levi plus Julia. It was Cardinals for when my brother died.
Whew. Forgot the name of that song again.
You know, it's about when my brother passed away and going through that, but whatever. No, it was No, but we are actually working on a actual full album, and my wife has like poured so much into this. Like, so I can write a song lyrically, but she writes differently. She'll like do the piano track and then like
she'll compose the music first,
and then she'll put lyrics to it. And sometimes she'll do lyrics and then compose, but I'm typically like a lyrical person, so I could write the lyrics out. But if I give that to her, it's hard for her to just sit down and be like,
what's the melody?
Yeah. But so what I've learned to do is like a lot of times I will just write my feelings in notes, in a big long note and send it to her, and she turns it into magic, into a song. And so yeah, this year hopefully by summer we will have our first full album out.
Like an EP, or like a 6-track album, or like 12 songs.
There's is there like 17 songs at this point? 16 so far.
Yo.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't wait to listen to it.
No, I'm excited.
If you put it out on Spotify, there's a chance I might come across it and listen to it. But if you have you ain't
got Apple Music?
I do have Apple Music. But hey, you know what you should do? What would be dope is and it's probably way more expensive and it's not even worth y'all doing it, but vinyl.
Oh, I would love you. That would, yeah.
I would, if y'all did put out a vinyl record, I would buy it. Again, I don't have a record player, but
I would just put it in a frame.
Yeah, I would frame that and put it in my house. Okay. And I would spray paint it silver and like or platinum, and have
so you would vandalize our record.
I would buy 2.
Okay.
I would buy 2, one to like listen and like one to like frame. I did that. I found Michael Jackson's Thriller album at a thrift store one time, and there were like 2 copies. One was like real beat up. One was like actually like in good condition. I found both of them. This was like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and I was like, I'm gonna frame this one and put this one like for the record player. They're still in a shoebox, but
where's your record player? Did you ever
have
one?
I don't own a record player. I got like 30 records. I don't own a record player.
I have one.
Can I have it?
You can borrow it.
I don't want to borrow it.
You want to borrow my Adele records too?
Absolutely
I have
not.
A couple of those on vinyl.
Do you have a record player?
Literally, I just said I have one.
So in the second episode, did you finish all your side hustles?
Yeah, the main thing was about we're working on an album.
I'm excited for it. It's coming out this summer?
I'm hoping by summer. So our initial goal was March, but we've got a lot more work on it. We have a title for it. We have you're going to be featured on it. I don't know if you know that.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think there's 2 songs that you'll be featured on. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I'm excited. Yeah, we have an idea for the cover art and everything. So yeah, it's really cool to watch this process come along. But my wife, it's really a shout out to my wife because she's done a lot to this.
Your wife is dope. She's one of the most talented people I know. You know what? Hey, what's funny is your wife made me smile one time.
Just
like,
one time. Just one time, folks.
That's dumb to say. No. Like, what I mean is like, they're okay. So in the last episode, we talked about like the turning point for yours and my friendship, at least from my perspective. There was a moment for your spouse that was like, it's like a core memory. Like, you have just core moments.
Yeah, like Inside Out. You have those little.
There was a core memory of your spouse that I have, and I don't even think y'all were even dating at the time. I think y'all knew each other existed, but I don't think y'all were dating or whatever.
Well, not what was it?
We were at church one time, and I was taking like, I think I was posting like recording for Snapchat. I was making a Snapchat. And Julia just happened to be in the shot. Like because I was panning around, and she's on the keys, and she's like, "Caleb, am I gonna be in your Snapchat video?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I feel so cool," and I was like, "Oh my goodness."
She shouldn't have.
Like she felt. Well, she may have lied. I don't know, but she told me that she felt cool to be in my video, and I was like,
it reminded me today. She found that video of you dressed as a mouse.
Delete that footage.
Nah, that's blackmail.
You gonna post it on Instagram?
Yeah.
I don't care. You can post it. It's fine. I don't. There's worse videos.
It was for a trunk or treat. It wasn't like you were just dressed as a mouse, like out here, like, hey, I'm Mickey.
It was a gray mouse. I was one of 3 blind mice.
That's right. Was that in Joel's?
Yeah, they were doing like the nursery rhyme for the trunk or treat thing. It was Mother Goose's nursery rhymes. We are way off topic.
We are. Let's get to this.
What's up? Okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break, folks. We'll be right back in a couple minutes after the camera battery recharges.
Welcome back. We had a few technical difficulties.
Battery died.
We actually need to get into the actual topic of this episode, which
Where
is
did we even leave off at before we took a commercial break?
I don't remember.
Gosh.
We'll find out when we watch it. But how did we get here?
I'm not watching it. I'm not watching this after. I'm not going to watch the episode.
Whatever. Yes, you are. Caleb, tell me about your family.
Okay. My family. So yeah, a little bit about my family. So I'm one of 4. There's 4 of us, 4 brothers. I got no sisters. And yeah, I have a mom and a dad. This is kind of stupid, but none of my brothers and I look alike. At least to me. But also, like, I've showed people like pictures of me and my brothers together, and there have been people that have said, y'all don't have the same parents. I'm just like, what?
I mean, y'all are twins, but y'all have similarities.
I don't think so. No shade to my parents, or sorry, no shade to my mother. But if it came out that like we had different dads, I was like, that checks out. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
I have not met. No, I have met. Have I met David or Chris?
You have definitely seen them.
Okay,
because they've all at least been to the church at least once. I think
I know Joshua, of course, from the band and church, and playing with him before. But.
Yeah. So, like, just to dive a little deeper into my family. So, like, my mom and dad are completely different people. It was really, really crazy. I don't know how. I still don't understand how they met and how they came to like be married, because my dad was like super religious person. Like, he's an ordained minister. He's a preacher. He's got an incredible stutter. And he's
that's what you,
bro. I had it too. And he has an art degree. He has like a bachelor's or a master's in art. He's a painter.
I did not know that.
He's a painter. Like, he
still paint?
He hasn't painted in a couple years since diabetes and like health concerns, like, and his eye getting cloudy or whatever. He has not painted in a while, but like, he's painted like my nephews. He's painted them. Like, they're all in pictures. I'll show them, dude. Do
you have any paintings of them?
They're in the basement of my house. But honestly, they're there because they shipped them all to my house, and I have not given them back to my dad. Like, I don't even think he knows I have them.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I should take you over to his house so you can see all his paintings. Phenomenal painter. Like, when he dies, that's what he's leaving behind. Like, no money, no bonds or trust or inheritance. Like, we'll divvy up. I did not
know that about your dad.
Yeah, he is a incredible painter. Like, he's got a painting that's like bigger than this wall.
He should paint us like you said he doesn't paint.
What makes me mad about, by the way, but little tangent. So I was telling my dad about the podcast. I was like, hey dad, I'm doing a podcast. We're going to start shooting soon. And he was like, oh, what channel is it going to be on? I was like, Dad, it's not This is not going to be on network television.
Catch us every Sunday night at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I was like, Dad, it's going to be on YouTube. Oh, for real? Can I watch it tonight? I was like, you didn't listen to one word I said, but it's fine.
He listened. He just didn't understand.
But anyway, gosh, I was going somewhere with that, but I forgot where I was going. Anyway, so my dad's a painter. He's really dope. My dad is also like raised in the church, like Southern Christian, Bible thumper. My dad knows way too much about the Bible. Like when I would get punished, there would be some times where he would like, you're grounded until you read this book in the Bible.
No.
And I would be grounded forever because I would not, it was so funny. I was grounded for months because I did not read the book of John. And I got tired of being grounded and I was like, hey, Dad, can I go do this? He's like, did you read the book of John yet? I was like, no. He's like, no, you can't go. And I sat down one night.
If you would have told him yes, like, would he have like questioned you like on it or like?
I didn't know you could lie to your parents. So one day I got tired of being grounded and I sat down and read the book of John. It took me like 30 minutes. I was so pissed.
What'd you think it was? Like this huge book?
I thought it was going to be this. Dude, I was in high school when this happened. Like, and I was just, oh man. Yeah, I didn't know you could lie to your parents. I was a very honest kid. And I truly do not think I was a bad kid. Like, I don't think because like, I think in my mind, I knew who bad kids were and I was not one of them. Like my cousins, I had some cousins that were bad. Like I remember one time my cousins were over at my house and they literally said, hey, let's go down to the gas station and steal some candy. And I went, like because I want to pick out some candy. Yeah.
So then you were a part of.
No, wait, hang on. Let me remember. Did I actually steal candy?
You were so quick to say yeah.
I did not steal candy.
So you're a witness to the crime?
I was definitely a witness to the crime. Like I watched my cousin put like king size candy bars in his pocket.
King size of that?
Oh, bro.
Oh man.
He loaded his pockets up. And I knew it was wrong. That's why I didn't do it. But
you enjoyed that candy.
Well, yeah.
I would too.
So yeah, I could tell you too many stories about like just the behavior that I got into. Again, I don't think I was a bad kid because I never got brought home by the cops or anything. And I think that's my metric for it. But my mother was a little bit more just kind of like in the streets, little more
in the streets.
She was a little rough around the edges. Like, she grew up, she didn't grow up in the church. We'll say that. Like, and again, I don't know how they met, but
have they ever told you like their story of how they met?
No. Like, okay, so they met at the it wasn't the YMCA. It was called like the Boys and Girls Club. That's what it was called like back in like the 80s and 70s or 60s whenever they were like dating or whatever. But my dad taught art at the Boys and Girls Club and my mom would go. They're 10 years apart. So again, I still don't know how they met and what age they were when they started dating because there's a 10-year difference in their ages. And it makes me nervous to honestly think about. I do know that I was a birthday sex baby.
Oh.
Like my birthday, 9 months previous to my birthday is my dad's birthday. Like if you think about your birthday and think 9 months back, that's around give or take 7 days. That's when your parent.
This is a weird thing to think about.
It is.
I'm like sitting here. I'm like, wait, I don't really want to think about this.
No, but like I thought about it like a long time ago, and I was like, wait, my birthday's in September.
You technically have to count. I think like 10 months though.
No, because I asked my mom. I was like, Mom, 9 months before my birthday is my dad's because my birthday's on the 18th. My dad's birthday is on the 10th of December. And
that checks.
I was like, hey, Mom, 9 months previous to the day of my birthday is my dad's birthday. She was like, yes, boy. I was like, okay, I just wanted to.
Your mom cracks me up.
My mom is too open. She's way too open about some stuff, and it's not good. But that, oh, man. So the big thing about me and my family is that my brothers and I were all musicians.
Nice.
Like we're all musically inclined.
One of them
we all had
is a producer,
lessons.
Correct?
My oldest brother is a producer. David, he's a producer on LA. Chris plays the piano. His career now is not musically involved, But my younger brother Josh, he's in music right now. He's a drummer, another drummer. But as
he went to Switzerland. I'm so jealous about that.
I'm still angry about it. My family. So my dad had aspirations of his sons being like the next Jackson 5, the next Boyz II Men, the next NSYNC. So it's not too late. We all learned how to dance. We all could sing. We all played instruments, like multiple instruments. We all took lessons and things like that. And so he had dreams of moving us to California. That's why I lived in California for a little bit. It was to get the boy band discovered. And, I'm back here now. And so obviously it didn't work out. But
wait a second. Did y'all have songs?
We have music.
What?
Okay, pause. This is all before the internet, so it's not on the internet anywhere.
Where can I get this?
It is on my MacBook, and it's not anywhere else.
Caleb.
It's actually on my phone. Like,
can
iTunes.
You send those to me?
Absolutely not.
Like, do you have choreographed dances?
Oh yeah, dude. My brother Chris. As a matter of fact, he'll be in town this week. He has a DVD of like our last concert we ever did.
Send me the videos.
Chris is going to be in town before this episode airs, but I'll text him and tell him bring the DVD. We have a DVD of like every performance we've ever done.
What was your name? The four men. The four.
You know what's sad?
The four men.
Last episode, I said you could bring up anything and ask me anything. I did not mean that.
Well, you got it.
Oh man, okay.
You're the one that opened that can of worms.
Yeah, I know, but it's embarrassing to me.
I'm excited to see it.
You know why it's embarrassing to me? Because it wasn't a happy memory.
No.
Because like,
what? So what about it made it not a happy memory? Is it just not what you wanted?
No, I didn't want to do it. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Like so you felt forced into it.
Oh, 100%. Like I don't remember enjoying it. Like there were fun moments, but like that whole boy band musician life was just like, again, this is how I feel. This is what I remember. I don't remember having fun. And what was crazy was that was all I knew. Like I didn't know that kids had lives like outside of what things that they wanted to do. Like I'd come back to school, like from like elementary school, and people were like, "Oh, what'd you guys do?" We went to Lake Tahoe. We went to the Grand Canyon. What'd you do? We practiced in my basement music. I remember like practicing until like midnight, 1 a.m.
So it was just a constant like
rehearsing dance moves, like learning parts. Like I don't remember it being fun. Like when the band broke up was the best day of my life. Again, this can be the band can be an entirely different episode just because there's
I'm interested to hear more about this. Yeah.
There's so much that I can talk more about there.
This.
But yeah, so like but I say all that, but also it is a big part of who I am. It's a big part of why I'm still a musician now. So I cannot.
And you were able to still use some of that.
Yeah. And so like, that's why I love music now, is because now it's a choice. And now I actually do enjoy it.
That, yeah.
And I will continue to do it until it's no longer fun. You know what? No, enough of me. Okay. Tell me about your, nah, man. Like, cause again, I could go forever on family.
I want to hear more about the band though. So I want to get those videos, Chris. And then I'm
going to text Chris as soon as we're done shooting this. I'm going to text Chris, say, bring that DVD down so you can listen. Do I want you to? Okay. No, yeah, I said we could talk about anything. We'll talk about anything.
No. So my family, my mom and my biological dad, and I'll get to why I say biological dad.
Okay.
They divorced when I was 6. But me and my brothers, Jeff and Tyler, we lived together up until then. And then I also have a sister on my dad's side, Megan.
Tyler lives in California, right?
Tyler lives in California, okay. Yes. And then Jeff is the one that passed.
Okay.
And then, but I also have, it's stepsister, but they're my sisters, Annie and Jessica. So my mom remarried, and she was remarried to who was my dad, the father figure in my life, Ron. And he ended up passing away a couple months ago, but he has 2 daughters. And so those are my sisters, Annie and Jessica. And then my mom and Ron also adopted 2 kids, and so now I also have a 6 and 7-year-old brother and sister.
Have I met Megan?
Megan was at my wedding.
So no.
I'm trying to think. I don't know that you've ever met her.
But the other two sisters, Ron's daughters, have I met them?
I'm pretty sure you met Annie.
Okay.
You probably have not met Jessica. Well, you would have seen him at the funeral, the one that you fell asleep at. So the only reason I say that, because I don't care. I loved that you were there. But speaking of stand-up comedy, you called me after one of your shows because you were so worried about this getting back to me. But there was a joke about you being a terrible friend or whatever because you had fallen asleep at my dad's funeral, which I don't think you're a terrible friend. I think the fact that you showed up that day meant more to me. Sorry, I had to. You weren't expecting that.
Man.
No, the fact that you were there, like, I mean, because it wasn't a short drive. Like, it was, 45 minutes away.
Wait, where was it at, though? Where was the funeral at again?
Richmond.
Okay, so, okay, it was far, okay.
Yeah, and you were a new parent.
Oh, man, that's
like
still...
you just had Gabe. No, anyways.
Gosh.
So you would have seen them there, is what I was saying. So you did meet them, because I think I introduced you when you came through the line.
Okay. Goodness gracious.
Get off that subject. Yeah. So
let's move on, please.
Yeah. So Ron was the one that he really kind of taught me how to be a father. Was more of a father figure to me, and I have some communication with my biological dad. There's a lot there that could be. Yeah, that's my family.
Okay,
but I have I think 8 siblings total.
8. Wow. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, man, I don't think I've ever actually met any of Levi's siblings.
Have you met Tyler? You met Tyler though, right?
If you say at your wedding, I did not meet him.
No.
At the funeral?
At the funeral.
Jesus. Oh, I'm so sorry. Lord, I apologize. I'm going to hell. Nah, you know what? I don't know. If
I want you to quit feeling sorry about that. Like I said, I'm glad you were there. Let's move on.
I just wonder how I would feel if we're at my dad's funeral and I look over and you're just dead asleep. I think I would lose my mind laughing.
I mean, I looked over at y'all, but I would have never known you were asleep.
Yeah. Emily knew I was sleeping. As soon as the funeral ended, she kind of and I was she was like, "How dare you?" I was like,
"Hey,
I'm sorry."
I have it recorded if you want to.
Oh my gosh, it was because what made it worse was you have to get up and then say goodbye to you people, and I was just like, "Hey," you were like, "Thanks for coming." And I was just like, "Yeah, this has been really good."
But no, seriously, the fact that you showed up meant more to me because this is a whole just like the band.
Mm-hmm.
Grief, it kind of goes along with that, but showing up for people when they're in those moments means more than anything.
All right, let's wrap it up. Hey, no, I think that was great though. Talked about our families a little bit.
We did.
We can get into other things on other episodes. As a matter of fact, this is a great time for us to plug something. So again, comment, subscribe. We want to hear feedback, how the podcast is going. What do you like? What do you don't like?
What do you want to hear about?
What do you want us to talk about?
What makes you rant? What's something that grinds your gears?
Yeah, call in or send in emails and give us your rants. And if we like them, we will read them on the podcast and shout you out and give you a shout out on the podcast. I have a rant this week. And actually, you know what? You can have that one. I got a whole different one, and it's about people that like, comment, and subscribe to people. So okay, so Facebook, it exists. I take pride in my Facebook statuses. I think I post them to be funny, on purpose. I think about them, I rehearse them, and they're funny. I make them to be funny. Do you have to like them? Not at all. But what makes me so mad, it makes me so mad is when people will come up to me and tell me that, hey, your Facebook statuses are so funny, but I know who likes them. Like I'm not gonna say that I post for likes. I don't post for likes, but obviously if I post something that gets no likes, I'm gonna delete it. But don't tell me you like my posts and don't like my posts. Like, don't.
I feel like I've done that a couple times. I normally like most of your posts.
Yeah, you do. But like, there are people that come up to me all the time, like, man, you're funny. Or Emily will tell me, oh, so-and-so likes your post so much. I'm like, why didn't they click the like button?
I get that though.
It makes me so mad. Don't tell me you like my posts if you don't actually click like. It makes me so mad.
I feel like we're going to get a decrease in people liking this video now. I'm going to do this out of spite.
But don't come over. Don't you walk up to me and tell me you like our podcast and I know you ain't clicked the like button.
No, I agree with that. I think we're running out of time. I'm going to save my rant for next time because I think it's one that you have some beef with too.
Okay.
Well, so that's it for this episode. Episode number 2. How do you feel?
Bro, I feel great. I think this was a hot episode. Again, folks, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for joining us. That's how we feel.
That's how we feel.